Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Justin.
We play in the band Fallstar, and you're watching XXXchurch.com. When I was 20, I struggled with it a lot. I was really depressed, and when I was really depressed, I kept going to it like over and over, and for a while it was like a nightly thing for me. And after my 20th year, I hated it. I've always hated it, but I just was able to like go and then go for a month, stagger, and then fall back, and then go for 2 months, fall back. With my girlfriend, like it makes it like really hard to focus on her as a person, because it just skews your mind. You see like her that way, and it messes things up, and then it becomes this shame, like struggle type thing. And so I wrestled with that for 3-4 years of just like being okay and then going down.
I dated a girl for about 5 years, my ex-girlfriend, and just through that, like, we stayed pure for the most part. I mean, we didn't do anything sexually or anything like that, and so through that, to fill that void, I fell into pornography. When I was more involved in looking at it when we were together, I had more of an urge to seek her that way, and just in the complete wrong way, like the way that we shouldn't be seeking, you know, our girlfriend or anything. I mean, even wife. I remember one day just breaking down in a parking lot with her in the car and just saying, you know, I've been doing this for a while, and you know, I haven't been able to tell you. And just to see like the look on her face, I just knew that she kind of felt like she wasn't sufficient for me. That was like probably one of the hardest things with it, is just like how it ruined her and her
perception of herself.
Yeah, her perception of herself, exactly.
I want to say maybe 6 months ago, maybe 5, I looked at pornography, and it was in that cycle of just like looking at it one time and then going like a month or two just being like, oh, I hate this, and then going back into it. I just remember like just like looking at it and be like, what the heck am I doing? And I just like shut my computer, I like slammed it closed, and I was so angry, like just really angry. And I was like, oh, and I opened it back up, and I was like, this is the time I gotta do it. And I went on to XXXchurch.com, and I downloaded X3 Watch from my computer. And so I just put it on my computer, and like I had my dad and my friend Charles, and then later Craig from XXXchurch as accountability partners. It's helped me so much. In these last 5 months have been like the healthiest I've been. I've just seen like tremendous like growth in myself, to be able to hold yourself accountable, humble yourself, and like let other people just like know like what's going on.
I found myself stepping out on stage, and we would speak every night about like all the strongholds that these kids have, or whatever. Like Chris would be speaking, and it just like flashed and just bang at my door so hard that I was like legitimately, like the night before, I was looking at pornography, and like it just became this thing where I got so far in that I just didn't know what to do, and I kind of didn't want to tell people. It was just, it was pretty crazy to also be able to be put on the XXX tour, because that's when I actually really looked into the software and actually put it on my computer. And so I've had it on my computer for about like 2 months now, and it's incredible. Like I have like Jason as my partner, and my mom, which is kind of awkward, but I mean, it keeps me accountable. It's for people who truly just want to quit, and it actually like builds like a like almost community. You guys are like putting these people, you know, putting your friends on your lists, and be able to speak like and be transparent with each other, and like really like get out the factor of, you know, that I'm struggling with it and he's struggling with it.
You forget where you were like when you were way deep into this stuff, and like there would be kids come up to me, and you could see the burden on them, and be like thanks for talking about this, and like I'm in it like really bad, and like we need to pray, and like we pray and like just talk about how software like works and just what it's done for me. Like you can get out of it and just be able to encourage people. A lot of girls would come up to us, and they were really stoked that we were talking about this stuff, because because I think it instilled value in them that they didn't know that they were getting robbed of, I guess, or something like that. Like they were stoked to see that people were like fighting for them. Like people like XXXchurch were like it's a movement to like instill value back in girls. Agreeing to talk about pornography from stage, like for me, like it wasn't a big deal because we talk about Jesus every night and we get some flack, but we get a lot of good things. And maybe 5 or 6 days into it, like something clicked in our band. I guess it was just the point of like really, really believing that what we were saying is making a difference and getting behind it and like really fighting like to show like everyone like this matters a lot and like you need to understand this and like there is hope for you and like this is destroying lives. We're actually representing a movement that can change like this generation. That was like huge for us, and it powered us to want to see the change come.